Faulkner and Smith steal the show. That's what the big board over there said in that match, and it's absolutely true. Dino, is this the best match that you've seen so far this season in terms of entertainment value?
Just super match. I know we've had a super over, but I don't know about you boys. That's the best entertainment. It was riveting. There's no way. They scored 70 runs off the last 4 overs, and they won it with an over to spare. That's just... that's bewildering stuff. Champions don't even dream of stuff like that.
Well, Rajasthan Royals, of course, look like a very solid team, and people have spoken about them. Their batting, their bowling, how the players come together and gel together as a unit really well. And this really proves it again, because their top guns, someone like a Shane Watson did not fire today, but Stephen Smith and James Faulkner came in and really didn't make the fans miss someone like a Watson. Ajit, do you think that Rajasthan Royals perhaps look like the team that could go ahead and win the title this time? I know there's a Chennai, there's a Punjab, but Rajasthan are doing their chances, pretty much every good that they possibly can.
No, absolutely. And at this stage in the tournament, again, like the other two teams, they are almost through to the playoffs. So, which is a huge compliment to them, considering no one sort of rated them at the start of the tournament. So, they definitely can go on and win it, because you need basically 2 good days once you get into those playoffs. So, yeah, they've definitely got a chance. I don't quite agree with Dino that it was the most entertaining game, considering I was a bowler before. I think the 70 which they bowled RCB out was a better game. Look, it's tough on bowlers. That Bangalore ground is
that's just
not
the batsman and Dino talking. That's just the batsman.
Yeah, it's not one of the grounds that a bowler looks forward to going and bowling, to be honest.
But Venky, I'd like to ask you a question, because I'm getting funny ideas about what an interpretation of a wide is. Now, we saw Yuvraj bat almost 6 inches to a foot outside off stump when the bowler was taking off from his mark. And even when he passed the indicator lines, the umpire still gave it a wide, and yet he batted outside his off stump. Where's the interpretation of what's a wide is, Venky?
Dino, yes, the thought process as far as the bowler was concerned, I think is pretty good. Bowling wide outside the off stump when Yuvraj Singh was standing outside the off stump. But it was too wide. I mean, even the batsman, that's Yuvraj Singh, was standing outside the off stump, but still he was not able to reach to the ball. It was bowled that wide, and that's one of the reasons why he had to give it a wide. It is very simple. Yeah, I think there are a couple of balls which was bowled slightly more closer within that the other line. Then it was a legal ball.
Right. Well, guys, as far as RCB,
I think it's pretty interesting. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. I think it's a very thin line. So I guess the umpires are the best judge. I mean, people can we all can keep talking about it, keep discussing about it, and but the point is, I think they're the best judge there.
Absolutely. They say the line belongs to the umpire. It's not just the bowling crease line, it's also the wide line that belongs to the umpire. Well, as far as RCB is concerned, Ajit, would you say that their campaign is pretty much over now? And it's possibly because their biggest match winners really never came to the party. Chris Gayle has an average of just over 21, Virat Kohli has an average of 18, and Yuvraj Singh has just woken up.
Yeah, I think they're done now. I think this loss has basically killed any sort of small chance they had to even get into that 4th spot, which, I mean, considering the kind of lineup that they had and the hopes that everyone had from them with that sort of batting lineup, it must be a very, very disappointing season. As you said, Chris Gayle, obviously, but I think the biggest disappointment is Virat Kohli. I think he's generally been very prolific, and batting at number 3. He opened today, but generally batting at number 3, he's been very consistent for them, and his form, not being there was a massive problem for the RCB.
Venky, just quickly, Chris Gayle, he's only 60%. We know he's got a sore back. He's got hamstring problems. As a coach, do you play injured players? Is it worth it?
It's again a very difficult decision to make. I mean, if he's able to contribute with the bat, I don't mind playing somebody as big as Chris Gayle, in the playing 11. But again, if he's not in good form, then I'll be thinking twice to play him or not with 60% or 70% fitness. Then I would rather have somebody else who can contribute with the bat or with the ball and also on the field. But the point with RCB is today they panicked. In fact, Bangalore wicket has always been extremely good. It's been a high-scoring pitch. And also, it's very, very good in terms of chasing. Right. So, winning the toss, they always like to chase, RCB. But then, surprisingly, they wanted to bat first, and that's the first, step as for me in terms of panicking. And second thing is, I mean, Virat Kohli opening. Virat Kohli is a key player as far as RCB is concerned. So it's always good for Virat Kohli and for RCB if he bats at 3 or 4, not the top of the not in the first 6 overs,
right?
Because you need to be taking chances in those first 6 overs, and there might also be a point where you might lose a wicket or two, and we don't want, and RCB doesn't want to lose Virat Kohli. I think they panicked quite a bit,
so
and towards the end overs we saw they were not able to execute the skill.
Fabulous points. That's
There's
why he's a great coach.
From the
That's
players
why he's
RCB.
on the show.
Well, like
because
I said,
of that.
like I had said earlier on the show, Venki knows the IPL inside out. He was associated with teams for 6 seasons before this, all the seasons before this. Remember.